This is an astrological energy forecast for January 14th, 2014. My name is Shannon Hugman. So today the moon is in Cancer and it's opposite where the sun is. It's not directly opposite, but it is in the opposite sign of the sun. So that means we are gearing up for a full moon. When the sun and the moon oppose each other, the sun shines light awareness on the moon, our subconscious, that stuff we can't always see. That's tomorrow, but we're going to be feeling it today. The moon at 10 a.m. Pacific is going to square Uranus in Aries. Uranus in Aries wants us to reinvent ourselves in radical ways. It wants us to try something new and maybe even something we've never done before. And the moon in Cancer is saying, hey, this newness is kind of uncomfortable. So the key is to say, hey, I'm here for me, and as I try these new things, regardless of what happens, I love me. Cancer is this mother archetype, so be that mother to yourself, hold yourself, love yourself, regardless of, the fears that are coming up from trying something new, from being, at this point it's not so much about trying, it's about embracing the new because it's here, it's happening, it's kind of inevitable. Nurture yourself through this process. Speaking of new, the king of, death, rebirth, like complete transformative energy, Pluto is up here in Capricorn. And the moon is going to be opposing it in Cancer. So it's more of a tug between, hey, it's scary. Pluto wants us to let go of it all. It just wants us to surrender to a deep, powerful, transformational process that we don't know anything about. It's vulnerable. We do not understand rebirth. We just have to surrender to it and allow it to happen. And so it's that about saying, hey, I let go. I let it happen. I let it be in order for it to happen. And I love myself through this process, through this shedding of the old. A full moon is very much a time of shedding, and I'll talk more about that tomorrow. But anything that's bubbling up that doesn't feel good, shed it. Set the intention to shed it. Take note today of what needs to be shed because tomorrow it's go time. Then at the end of the day on the West Coast, so 9 p.m. Pacific, so, into the night if you're in Europe or, the next day if you're in Australia, you get what I'm saying. The moon is going to conjunct Jupiter. So Jupiter in Cancer is wanting us to nurture ourselves in bigger ways than ever before. It says, hey, if you're there for you, anything's possible. Jupiter is the broad horizon. It's the big picture. It's grace. It's things happening in serendipitous ways that don't make sense to human beings. We can't see that far. We don't know that our next step is really gonna, guide us around this beautiful journey. Jupiter knows. It sees. It says, hey, love yourself. Love yourself. It's the key to it. And we'll see you tomorrow for the full moon. Namaste.